The synopsis of the movie is that it kind of revolves around a troubled 20-something who has a list of his own kind of issues, but the big issue in this film is, I guess, him dealing with his mother who is sick, and on top of that, the relationships in his lives with his best friend. It's kind of a coming of age, but of someone who's not that young.
I'd definitely like to try something that's completely outside of my comfort zone. I think that's the only time it's stimulating for me, and I think that's why, you know, my fans go with the flow with me as an artist, because they know that I like to try new things and experiment. And what attracted me to this is it was just totally different from anything I've done, and I was really taken back, actually, that Josh was so adamant about me being a part of this film as an actor without an audition.
Once we started working on the scene, he was just present, and like that's all, and he was present and with you, and there's a back and forth. It's a tennis game, and right away in the first second of the first scene that we shot, that was there, and that's the most I can ask for out of a scene partner.
You play a gay character in the film.
Yeah, that's actually, you know, one of the things that made me jump at the opportunity to do it, because I knew I had a responsibility, and I knew that there's going to be some kid that's going to see me in this film and maybe have the confidence to come out. I think that was the extent of it. I'm comfortable with myself as a man. I never once hesitated. There were multiple makeout scenes. We had a scene where Nick is speaking with Cynthia's character about how his mom is, you know, really religious, and he's scared to come out to her. You know, I know people specifically have that issue. That scene was another one of those scenes that I was like, yeah, you know, somebody needs to see this and understanding it's okay to be you and fuck all that other shit. If people want to be weird, they can be weird.
Absolutely.
You score the film as well, which is the first time you did that.
You approach it kind of like, you know, with my music, I'm scoring the movies in my head, whereas now I have the visuals in front of me, and, you know, it's actually a little bit more fun because it's not my idea. I'm helping somebody else create their vision. It was a lot of just kind of like watching the footage, playing along to the footage, going back and forth with Josh, asking him to send me just certain words, themes that represented James, because I just really wanted to come up with a theme for him. But at the same time, I didn't want it to be very like Trent Reznor-ish, you know, like, so I was like walking a fine line. It was like, all right, we won't use piano. We'll just use guitar, and we'll still be able to get the emotion we're looking for, and then apply some synth in there, you know, to give it that cut life. And it worked.
And Scott, I got to ask you about new music coming up, because you know we heard that you've got Man on the Moon 3 coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always making music. The beauty in that is that I have a lot of material, and I'm actually thinking that it would be good to release something in the meantime before Man on the Moon 3 comes out. Another Kid Cudi album that's just kind of like along the lines of what I did with In the Cut or Satellite Flight, where it's just its own standalone thing, but still a Kid Cudi album. The Man on the Moon 3 album is something that is going to take some time. And I know the fans are going to be patient, and I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you for your patience. But Man on the Moon 3 is coming, and maybe an album before then, just to tide you over.